Good evening, morning, night, day to you fine SGBL listeners. This is your watch through host stunt, and I'm flying solo today. We're going to recap week three. Um, I've watched a lot of these matches. I wasn't terribly impressed by anything. So don't really know what I'm going to do for awards yet. Maybe I'm just misremembering. That'd be fun. All right. We'll dive into the Frubbles versus Perturbo match. Hey, I said it right. Right off the bat, we're dealing with one of the scariest teams in Frubble's team versus one of the teams that, um, from my humble opinion, has been struggling. Um, my early commentary on the Frubbles team included a lot of questioning the Colossal and the two luxury picks, but as it turns out, good Pokemon are good Pokemon. On the flip side, Perturbo's been playing pretty well. Maybe some luck here or there on the opponent's end. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. All right. Comment on the Terra types real quick. We have a potential Ghost Annihilate again, and a potential Ground Sylveon. Then that has a uh, Ground Crocodile thing. What is this? Crocodile? Crocodile? Something like that. Skeledirge. Ground Skeledirge and a Water Superior. I think Superior is pretty nasty into this build, minus the Rillaboom with the Water type. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. All right, so lead off with a setup move into into a close range. Oh, Mega Horn. That's an interesting set. I do like a little Mega Horn in there. That's cool. And then Annihilate gets another kill. Um, Interesting first turn. Got a no damage off with the Cabalion, but that's okay. We move on. Couple doubles here. And yeah, Kyurem looks like a huge problem for their team, for Sherbo's team. It's bringing that awesome Toxic variant, which I just adore. Um, kind of bad for Turbo. And sadly, doesn't look like they have a strong Draco there to let in other Mons. So yeah, good play on Frubble's part. Is that a Dragon Tail? Oh yeah. I, I never know if I like the Dragon Tail on these Cyclozars. It's fast, so moving last and being somewhat frail isn't my favorite. It does have Regenerator, so it can take a hit, but all good. Um, Overall, this neutral, I'm not really paying attention too much, but it just looks like a little bit of Regenerator merchant stuff going on here between the Slowbro and the Cyclozar. And again, the whole point of that is to preserve your mons with this grassy surge, but you're also healing the other mons too. So really tough look. Um, yeah, this is just bad for Turbo with the Curum. It just wrecks him. Um, Luckily, you have the Annihilate to kind of clean up a little bit, but oh yeah, I remember this. The burn. That's just that's just brutal. Um, kind of unfortunate there on their behalf, but that's okay. Strong Leaf Storm starts snowballing a little bit. That might be Jover, low key. Wow, that's a very strong team on Frubble's part. I thought I had it kind of rated high on the power rankings, but I don't know. I think it was like a C or something at the end of it, but I like the team initially. Um, Scaladirge didn't even put any work. Has he even been in yet? Maybe. Yeah, but you're getting a compromised position. Was that a good? Someone said this is like a nasty little spot here. Is that a Scarf Annihilate? Oh, that's really good. Yeah, okay. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. That might have won them the game. Now this was a burned annihilate too. Um, but yeah, lower the defense. Okay. Yeah, we've seen enough. Good game. Hmm. Yeah, this is brutal. Yeah, kind of run into a buzzsaw there, and just doesn't have a lot of stopping power. Of course, Curum is one of the best mons in the format on the right matchup, so nothing crazy. Okay, we got RoboPup versus J-Bob. This is one of the more polarizing matchups I think we're gonna have. You have the setup merchant versus the bundle girl. Um, on first glance, I really don't like Mega Manetric here. It's been brought 3 times now, and I think you need to sell it. I'm not saying anybody's gonna buy it, but if you can get any sort of monetary gain out of that, please do. It's a terrible mon, and the rest is pretty strong. But let's take a look at these games. All right, we have the Terra types as steel for the low kicks and fairy for the enamorous, coupled with electric for the Espathro. Okay, I've watched this one, and we've kind of seen these two players play. I think Robopop lost to the Dragon team week 1, very close game, and then brought it back against Perturbo week 2. J Bob got dunked on by the Mega Aldino last week, as it's been well documented. But they still got a very strong team, and we're excited to watch it. Okay, bundle, strong choice. Um, it probably lived unless it specs. Yippee! That's funny. That might have been nice. Okay. Nope, not specs. Probably didn't kill. Um, yeah, that's the right play there. Good on J Bob for bringing a good set with a spec. Not that there's much choice into this matchup of the low kicks running around with Sucker Punch, but you know the drill. Now that's crippled for the rest of the game. Um, again, the low kick sets, it's got a balance between boots. We've been through the whole one item slot syndrome thing, but yeah, it could really use a lumbar in some matchups. Let's be real, fellas. Um, I'm here to watch you lose. Who could that be? Who could Choice Band Aloe be? Who could that be? Okay. Haven't been paying attention, so we have. God, I hate Sandy Shock. Such a bad mon. It's fine, really, but don't love the typing. Gets walled out pretty easy. Um, ever heard of a ground flying? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see where this is going. Yep. And I also watched the game, so it's not like an impressive memory feat to remember a game. Okay. These Tauros are putting in so much work. I think they're like 7 points. It's a really good value. 100 speed, really strong. Good stabs. Firefight, fire water, pretty strong. I like that. Bundle gets a kill because it's the goat. And let's see if it can knock out. No, didn't even try for the Hydro. It might have done a little calc here or there. Gets the Roar Veil up. I think we see where this is going. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, this is a sick play. Yeah. Setup merchant. Boo hoo. Yeah, the Leaf Storm was a sick bring. Um, I wonder if RoboPup did the calcs through a veil when they were building, but that was nasty. I don't even think it was max special attack. That was just good. Then it's just kind of Jeegers right here. I don't know if any of the Mons get Brick Break, but actually Lokix almost certainly does. But yeah, that is why Terra Spathra is pretty good sometimes. Yeah, just a kind of a boring little sweep after all that, but it goes to show you J Bob's team is solid despite some setbacks early on, and it's really scary to build it against because you have a brick wall in the Aurorville. All right, moving on, we have the little Timmy team. And Magnus, if you don't want me to call it that, just let me know. But I find it humorous. And the Zom team, I'm not going to call it the Necrozma team because I think Zam's been doing all the work. Um, and yeah, this is a really powerful little core. Um, if I'm going to be doing, I guess we're going to be doing the midseason power rankings. I'll kind of maybe as like a victory thing for the first place team, I'll give it a little bit more in-depth analysis about which teams could beat it, how I would build against it. Um, and yeah, it's just really tough to build into this. There's so many options. You have Deancy possibly sweeping. Aloe's got a ton of different sets, especially Choice Band. I think that's been popularized lately. But yeah, Choice Band, Flip Turn, Regen, Wish, Toxic, Protect, all that stuff is it's a lot to deal with for such a good value. And then of course Gliscor and Necrozma bringing home the bacon. Zam is one dimensional to a degree, but it doesn't belong in this format. And then Magnus team, we've talked about it. It's fun. Let's see how it plays out. Terra's water, ghost, poison. Okay. I think I see what they're going for here with the ghost. I think this gets crunched, but it also has fluffy, so it's kind of a wash. That's pretty interesting. Uh, poison on the necro. Ah, yeah. Resisting the flower trick on the meow. Really cool. Lead kind of an underrated mon right here. With the prankster parting shot, really like that. But unfortunately, none of that. I guess the parting shot doesn't matter on some of the mons with the flower tricks, so that was actually a really good read on Kung Fu Panda's part. And then we have the manual Sunny Day. That's actually really neat. Doesn't break through the aloe on Fort, and then it just does the boring little protect game. Yeah, that's a and leftovers. That's really tough. Maybe we could run knock sometime. And yeah, staying with the hydro. Ooh, cooking. Nice. That was kind of ballsy. We like those plays. Maybe there's a calc there. Who knows? More. Is this the toxic turn? Oh, brutal. No boots. Oh man, tough spot here for Magnus. Just a lot of offensive pressure put in by the rocks. It's kind of drumming up the soldiers here, and you already got your spinner chipped down pretty low. This thing has protect, so just overall pretty brutal. I would not have brought this cloister in, but what do I know? You could probably get a better pivot with the Bronzong with teleport, but I'm not sure the build. Zam comes in, and this is kind of why I've been saying it's a problem all season. You got the sub, it's faster, so you kind of scout the move set a little bit. While Toxic takes its toll, you could honestly really sub again here. No, they just go straight for the kill. That's smart. And gouging fraud, back at it. Does nothing and dies. I guess you chunk the Zam, but still. Um, yeah, kind of a tough spot. If this was your dedicated Zam counter, might have been better just bring it in. But yeah, we get Toxic again. This is a Toxic Merchant game. We see more decay. I want to touch on something here. The hammer arm is insane work. I don't know if that's the strongest fighting move it gets. I highly doubt it. But I'd love to know about the hammer arm. Tell me more. I think one of these missed and could have killed the Mon. Yeah, that gets a kill there. But where's super cool? Maybe you could get a Heal Bell Mon or something to balance out this team on the midseason trades. Heal Bell, Healing Wish would be neat. Lots of options. Because I think it decayed earlier this year too. Yeah. Yeah, Hammer Arm 90% accuracy is crazy. This was the play all game. Low key, I think Bronzong could have swept here if you gave it Calm Mind Stored Power. Actually, I'm almost certain, right? Because it can't be toxic. Does Necro resists if it's running stored power? Yeah, that could have swept. Might have been a bit of a slugfest, but hindsight's 2020. Um, yeah, I don't know. This Kung Fu Panda team's really good, obviously. And the Magnus team just kind of running out of juice into these threats. Cleans up a little bit. No surprise there. Sunny Day? Did he bring Sunny Day? Morning Sun. Sorry. Sunny Day, Morning Sun. This will show you how much I know what these moves are called. I just say in my mind 50% heal move in the sun and it gets better. Right. Moving on, we got the SF Paul versus Battle Jabs game. Um, I've been kind of disappointed in the performance of SF Paul's team. I'm not trying to be too harsh here, but it's got a lot of good tools. And maybe it's just they've been running into some pretty good players. So we'll see how this one goes. I actually forgot the result here. But real quick, we have the Electric Arbalava. We have some shitter that's a dragon type. What's it called? Garchomp. Okay. And then a Terra Electric. Oh, Mirror Terra Electric. Okay. Love the Uxie lead here. U-turn after this. Good stuff. Oh, Calm Mind off the rip. Must be quite confident. Um, Arbalava is a tank though. And Jolteon eats. But I think that outpaces, they're aware of it, so they volt. Oh, overall pretty good plays in a Citrus Berry. I think this thing gets that harvest ability with the citrus. That's pretty fun. I'm pretty certain, anyways. So showcase the Terra Electric Blast. That's good. Light screen, pretty dangerous. Got a pivot, and I really like the prep here with the weakness policy, but canceled out by Haze. Tough stuff. Good bring on Battle Jab's part. And now they're just kind of doing the bulk up thing, getting a toxic spike out there. That's big. Playing a game of chicken with the screens. Regen, degen. I kind of want a complex ban regenerator, so you can't have more than one. That's probably super unpopular and invalidates some building styles slash mons, but I don't really care. I think it's annoying, and you don't get as much good prep showcasing out of it. But that's just my opinion. Nobody's gonna bite on that. Maybe I'll open my own league, and you can have Megalodios and stuff like that, and you can ban Garchomp just because it's bad. Uh, and bundle Kintera. Let's see where are we at. This Corviknight's kind of putting in some schwork, but the progress is admittedly a little minimal. Um, just running out of options, and it's got half its roosts left. It's really tough. Toxapex kind of dunks on it just a little bit, and yeah, all good though. Good bring. Any other player might have gotten swept by that, so I wouldn't hang my head on anything like that. Okay, we got Iron Moth coming in. Kind of a dangerous spot for battle jabs. Oh my goodness. Where's the speed control at? It's max 350. Oh no. Okay, that stinks. Wow. That's really tough. And then it kills because it's at just plus a ton. Wow, that's really unfortunate. I bet Garchomp could have lived. Um, that. Wow. Okay. Brutal. Well, cool Iron Moth game. Uh, honestly, would have loved to see how it turned out with a slightly different turn of events, but that was well played on the part of SF Paul, and I think Battle Jabs got a little unlucky there with a Thunder Wave. So moving on, we have Mondo versus Ace Jake, and we'll pause it right here. I watched this one live. I was at work, just about to leave, and this popped up on my scheduling slash live links, and what a treat it was. Really enjoyed this one start to finish. That kind of lets you know my thoughts on the game. But yeah, we have a Terra Steel Kartana. I don't really love that into the matchup, but let him cook. And I think this is a Terra Thunderous Tornadus Therian thingy. Yeah, it's flying. That's the Terra type. Okay. We got lead Blastoise versus Lando. Hopefully they U-turn out. Yeah. I mean, there's literally no reason to stay in there. Like, what happens? Okay, good. And you got your slow pivot with the Blastoise set up with your backs. Okay, that's good. I don't think Bax actually tanks a Hydro Pump that well, especially not a Specs, but that would be a Psycho Bring and stay in on the part of Ace J. Kind of a throw. But that's the stuff you got to look out for against unhinged players. Okay, we got more body press action from Registeel this week. Ooh, does this thing not get Earthquake? Oh, it does. Oh, what? So body press and they glaive rush. This is one of those turns where I can't really translate it on the recording, but there was probably some like, oh, they're gonna send in Landorus, so I'm gonna take the neutral play, get damage off with glaive rush. Very interesting. But yeah, good mind game. If you just wait a little bit, you might be able to trick your opponent into clicking something bad, or less than optimal. Let's say that we're on a positive train this week. All right. Oh, they brought Dragon Dance Altaria. How nice. That's really fun. Big damage off on that Blastoise. And a Roar, great prep. See, I really like the Roar turn there instead of the Dragon Tail. Um, obviously, like, if you just think about it for a second and you want a phasing move, you got Haze, but Roar's typically a little bit better, especially if you got Hazards on your side, and they knew about the Mega Altaria. It's a good prep. Um, they also don't breed the Kartana there. Something I really like. They probably calcing the Terra Steel reveal, but they're making good mid ground plays. Again, Araquanid too strong for its cost here. It does kind of get a little unfortunate with the um, encore turns, but who knows? Maybe they clicked sticky webs on that paralyze. But anyways, you come back here on the mid ground, get it? Mid ground with the Lando. Funny. And a tragic Stone Edge miss. F in the chat for my friend Ace Jake. That sucks. A lot of luck going against Ace Jake these past 2 weeks. Um, no matter. We have Big Chi Yu here with a big dumb button, the Fire Blast. So that's a good look on Chi Yu's part. I normally consider that mon pretty useless, but good late game pressure to um, probably a spec set. And yeah, we got a Kartana cleaning up here. Good stuff. Ooh, see, I'm the type of player to just keep pressing these buttons, but I think in case Jake has a different trick up their sleeve. Yeah. See, that's very tempting to stay in, but just probably suboptimal. You get your damage off here. Yeah. Super cool in game though. Honestly, I don't know if they could have won that in any fathomable way. If they scarfed it, maybe? No, that probably wouldn't do enough. Yeah, if they scarfed it, it might have. But this might also well, yeah, scarf's probably suboptimal. Well, good game. I don't know if that's game of the week or not. I enjoyed watching it. Um, what do we have? Ryan Time versus who is this? Helix Fossil, right? We got a Terra Water Greninja, and I think that's it. Versus the Terra Steel Hydrapple. Yeah, and this, gosh, cannot stand seeing Donphan on a team, but that's okay. I think this is the first time seeing Entei all season. This is very underrated Mon. Sacred Fire Burns hurt a lot. No Porygon 2, interesting. Yeah, it's a little passive. Okay, we brought in our Hydrapple, one of the best Mons in the format right now. And they're about to put in a little bit of Schwerk, I'm sure. Terra Steel, nice pop. Honestly, Mystical Fire is pretty common on these Megalodios sets, so it might be a support variant. I'm entirely sure. More burns on the behalf of Sacred Fire. Wait. Am I stupid? What? It's got Misty Terrain up. I did not know that could happen. What? Okay, well, moving on. Hmm. Nature's Madness into the Regenerator Mon. And a Fickle Beam. Good stuff. Didn't even go all out. Big damage on the Latios. I bet there's a recovery here. Nope, Mystic Fire. Maybe they were assuming that is an Assault Vest Hydrapple, which is entirely possible. Donphan gets off. What is this? 3% damage. Good job, buddy. Or that's Girl Donphan. Staying corrected. Good job, girl. That sounds awful. Uh, Hydrapple putting in the Schwerk. Tapu Fini not putting in the Schwerk. I think this might be second in kills so far. It's pretty neat. Hands, please, Swords Dance. Yeah, big damage, big damage. Oh my goodness, and he lived, but it did 2% to him. It is crazy work. The min roll. That's funny. That actually might have enabled the kill here on the behalf of the Iron Boulder. That's really unfortunate. But I bet this Keldeo variant kills it. Anyways. All right, keep going. Little hmm. Yeah, this is absolutely brutal to watch. And Rapple's just a menace with Terra. It needs to be at least, yeah, maybe 15, 16 points. 17? 18. Keep going. All right. Flip turn, no vacuum wave. Good stuff. I prepped and played poorly. Yeah. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's just Mons. Maybe it's true, but that's all right. Big win for Hydrapple lovers alike. I guess that gets Mon of the week. I didn't count kills, but Hydrapple, you get Mon of the week. Maybe I'll put a GIF in the chat. And then we got, I watched this previously because I was testing out the recording. All right, this is what I was getting at earlier. We got the Giga Chad Tauros with the water variant versus, what is this? Terra Fairy, Cerulege, Terra. I don't know what the other Terra is. I guess we'll find out. Is it fighting? Is this the Terra? Urshifu? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Unfortunate miss here right off the bat for Jack. Not only does it not do any damage, there's the miss component, but if it did hit, there was a flinch chance. And I think even though with the attack drop, it might have it might have still done some big stuff because it could be choice band. There's a ton of other things. Yeah, it withdraws it instead of you turning. Probably choice band. Okay. And Jack wouldn't just click that. They'd have a reason. Um, yeah, it looks like a pretty good position. I see that Lyrics brought the Monkey Dory again. So number one hater Mon versus Doug Trio. And here we have a nice loop of Shadow Balls not getting special defense drops. How fun. Goldingo gets set up, kills it at 15%. Doug Trio threatens the revenge. And that's probably Scarf. So we have some ground to make up on the behalf of Lyrics, but you see, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Wish on this Mon, that's big. The raw switch into Urshifu is crazy work, and then the poison resist berry, great prep. Um, I consider SGBL to be like a resist berry merchant league, but they are effective. They're one use items, and you have to like actually think your game out a little bit beforehand. So maybe that's why I don't use them super well. But I remember in Team Tour, resist berries put in a lot of work, and I even find myself wanting to click neutral moves more often than not because sometimes resist berries make too much sense. So moving on, much more Sarnia gameplay. That's a 9 point mon. Uh, I've seen it used well. Who had it last season three? Carolero. Yep, more gameplay. Aquatura's putting in some Schwerk. Gets killed, but that's okay. We have a very powerful Cerulege here. Not sure what this switch in was exactly with. Oh, okay. This is a very not strong Primarina, so that would have been a 2 at KO. Okay. A lot of tools on behalf of Jack here, but it looks like it's just getting whittled down a bit. Earthquake. Yeah, I said I did not like. I think it was the term was like big lots. Pokemon was Dotrio Lola. Um, just because I'm a hater one week doesn't mean I don't see value in it. But also on the flip side, just because you get a few kills doesn't mean you're good. Dugtrio Lola has a convenient speed tier, um, and it takes good play and prep to make it shine. So overall, that's the watch through. I hope it wasn't super boring, but yeah. I think Jack said GG's a bit early here. Maybe they just knew their circumstances were dire. Yeah, I mean you're staring at a Darkrai. Is that a Salt Vest? That might be a Salt Vest. That might be why. What are they scared of? Probably Darkrai. Yeah. Aqua Jet, nice move. There you go. Very good. Cool. So, pretty close match. Um, Got to hand out some awards. Let me stop recording and I'll figure out what the awards are. All right. We're gonna dive into the award show real quick. This might not be as inspired as last time or the time before that, but we are on week 3. We're going to make it work. You're going to get your awards. You're going to be well rewarded for your hard effort in play and prep this week. Can we hear it one time for the crowd? Woo! All right. So we got 2 Mons of the week. Um, I really want to highlight Hydrapple here. I said it during the game. Love the pick. Brings good tears every week. Has a lot to do with the player, but also this mon is really strong. Great value at its price, and um, it just continues to put in a lot of work. The Fickle Beam rolls are always super fun, and I'm a huge Hydrapple fan. It's leading second in the league for kills. That's pretty solid. I think it's on pace for quite a number, maybe like 18, 19, something like that. 20. Can we go 20? Great. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing how this plays out for Ryan going into playoffs, assuming they make it. And yeah, great Mon to lead off our Mons of the week. Next is the bird, Espathra. Um, this is maybe one of the more controversial Terra captains that's allowed in Nat decks, but the leadership, the brave, stunning leadership at SGBL wants to make it cheap and accessible for players like J Bob to continuously set up with it. So if you are lacking a encore user or a phaser, um, and you have no way to break Aurora Veil, you're in for a rough time. So give it up for a Spathra. Good Terra this week. I think I wasn't even paying attention, but sword power did pretty well. Good job into the team that was faced, and despite Bramble Gas bringing some low key heat, Espathra was just too much. So good job, J Bob. Way to bounce back from your L last week with a W this week. Match of the week. I'm almost certain I let off saying that none of these matches were that good. I'll take that back. Um, just because I don't like it, it's not visually appealing to my taste in Mons doesn't mean any of these matches were bad. In fact, I think everybody brought good Mons, good prep. There might have been some misses here or there, but the games flowed well. There were no like obviously bad plays. Um, speaking of 50-50s, we had the um, early 50-50 on the match of the week. This is the Ace Jake versus Mondo game with the Bax Caliber using Glaive Rush. Those are just things that happen um, during these matches, and sometimes you get paid off with the gamble, and sometimes um, you don't. So that's why we watch. Both players played pretty well, and I've been impressed with both all season and hope they continue doing well. I think this is Ace Jake's second match of the week, and Smeargle has too. So maybe I'll get away from those players at some point. Um, I was really looking forward to the Smeargle versus Zuki matchup. Zuki has changed her team around quite a bit and showed some really, really solid prep against J Bob last week. So that was disappointing. Obviously, I picked Smeargle to win it all at the beginning of the year, but all good. Hoping that they can get better next week, and we have some exciting games to watch for week 4 in the power rankings. And then heat of the week. Uh, I said I wasn't doing losing heat, but I really love the Bramble Gas Leaf Storm here. That was really fun. Um, good prep. I don't know if they calc for the Aura Veil or not, but yeah, still cool watching the Great Tusk die in one hit. Really funny. And then kind of an interesting one here. I don't know if the Corviknight was like super heat per se, but one thing that it did do well is it kind of rotated between Mons and the opposing team. You get to scout that out, and it gave them lots of information, even despite not making a ton of progress, to confidently send in that Iron Moth and start going to town. So for that, maybe that's not Heat of the Week. This is Play of the Week. You will go with that. All right. So in review, for your award show, we have Hydrapple, Espathra, Ace Jake versus Mondo, Bramble Gas, Leaf Storm, and the general play of Corviknight. Uh, you know what we'll do here? Yeah, I'll edit that later. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. This is Stunt signing off.